Hi, Matt with etrailer, and today we're going to be talking about our Pewag tire chains with cams on a 2021 Ford Explorer. We're going to have this on our rear axle, as what the manual recommends, and our tire size today is going to be 255 55 R20. Well, let's take a closer look at these. Now, these are going to be a great option for you if you find yourself in a lot of extreme conditions, whether that be mud, deep snow, or thick ice. This is going to give you excellent traction for those scenarios. Taking a closer look at these links, two things to note is not only are they going to be square links, but they're going to have these grooves that run through, giving you just that extra bit of bite and traction. They're also going to be constructed from a nickel alloy, so not only will they be very durable, but also weather resistant, so they'll be less likely to corrode and last you longer. Along with that, we're going to have this ladder pattern. That ladder pattern is going to assist with giving you a bit of traction when you're driving forward. Then in the center, we're going to have multiple of these, and these are our cams that help assist getting that extra tension out of these chains. They're going to come two to a set, and they're going to come in this bag. And this is going to be a pretty durable canvas bag. Now, if you compare it to a tote or box, it's not going to last you near as long. So if you want these chains to last a long time, I'd recommend buying a small tote or box for them instead. Overall, I've tried all the chains we have for the Ford Explorer, and these ones we have right now are going to be our thickest, sturdiest chains we have. So if you're looking for something that's going to be very durable and get you a lot of traction, then this is going to be your best bet. As far as the installation go, it's pretty straightforward. Just a couple things to look out for, but if you need a hand with it, just stay tuned and we'll show you how to do it. Now, to start off the installation, I just recommend getting some gloves and laying out your chains. It's important to do this for the first time at home because you don't want to have to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But when you're checking your chains over, you want to make sure there's no damages to the links and nothing is twisted up. Next up, you want to make sure this is in the right orientation, making sure that these hooks are facing up because you don't want this making contact with the tire, puncturing it. And then we want to make sure these cams are on the outside, furthest away from the tire. When everything looks good, all you have to do is lift up on one side of the chains and drape them over. At this point, I like to make sure it's going to be even on both sides. Not too low is making contact with the rim. And you want to situate everything where it's going to be a lot easier to grab these links at the bottom. Now we want to come on the back side. And this is going to be a little bit of a tight fit, but we're just going to grab our links on one side and this metal hook on the other side and make that connection. Now this might take you a few tries, just get that reach in, but also to figure out how tight you want this. Now we're just going to come around to the front side and repeat that same process, just hooking this hook through this link, just like so. You don't need to get it super tight yet because we need to tighten down these cams. And to tighten these chains down, all you have to do is fit the flat part of your tool through this hole and twist and turn. And we repeat that process for each one of them. And when these look good and tight, you can take a rubber tensioner. Now, if you don't have one, you can find one of these on our website. But the way you just put them on is just going from the furthest one from each other, kind of like a star pattern. And when you do place them on, you want to make sure that when you're putting these metal hooks on, they're facing away from your tires so they don't puncture them. Now, this is a good point, just to give it another good shake test, make sure everything's looking good. And if it is, you repeat that same process on the other side. And after when that's done, you can take it for a ride. But if you liked everything you saw today, that's just a look at our Pewag tire chains on our 2021 Ford Explorer.